Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another edition of Iron Horse. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. I got my Case IH up here, Case IH, International Harvester, and I have a little bit of mixed rations in it. But I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more mixed rations, or a little bit more hay. And we're going to try and get some more TMR. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully we get enough TMR. Or at least, hopefully it's a good mix. We'll see. If it's not, we'll still give it to our dairy cows up in the northern field, or northern area up there. There we go. Now let's check to see if that's mixed rations or not still. Just to make sure. There's probably a little bit of straw left in there, but I don't know how much, so this will probably help us figure that out momentarily here. Yes, it is still. So if we put a bale of silage, it should be fine still. Should be in the keyword, of course. Alright, let's just go ahead and get one of these guys right here. Oh, doesn't like that little bump right there. Guess we'll get the other one here. So what we're going to try and do is going to try and bring our productivity up our cows up to 100% this episode. That's the idea, at least. We probably should pick up the bales from last episode as well. There we go. Not very realistic, but they probably wouldn't fall down nearly as easily either if they were real bales either, but whatever, right? Alright, that seems to be in there. And that should be TMR still, or a good mix. We're going to find out in a second here. Just lower the forks there so don't make it into a giant spear. Is it going to be good? Yes, excellent. So let's go take a truck up to the cows now, or say the dairy cows. Now, I don't know if you'd actually do this, probably not, but I don't really have many other means of getting up there. I don't have any supplies up there at the moment, so this is probably the best thing I can do for the time being, at least. And this will bring their productivity up to 100%. TMR usually does that, so that'll be good for them. I don't know how much money they're actually going to make us. It should be interesting. I don't know if I actually have to manually... I guess it really didn't matter which way I went now. I really don't know if I have to manually drop off the milk off or not. I have vehicles that, or trailers that can do it, so I'm not too worried about it, but I hadn't considered the possibility of having to manually drop off the milk, so it's definitely something I'll need to keep in mind if we actually do have to do this manually, but we'll see in a second here. The milk hasn't been picked up, but I guess it is only 1 o'clock. Usually they pick it up around 6 or midnight. Those are usually the 2 times on most maps where they will pick it up around that time, so we'll see how it goes here. Alright, nice. If you remember in the last episode, I was talking a bit about Patreon, and I thought it was kind of a neat, interesting idea. And just want to mention a couple other random things that came to mind after the fact. They have different tiers, so if you donate $1 a month, you'll become, I don't know, one of the things they tend to say is they'll be eternally grateful. If you donate like more than that, then there are different tiers. So it's like $25 a month. You can have like a meeting with somebody once a month sort of idea, or if you have, you know, $50 a month, etc., etc. I thought it was pretty cool. An interesting way of supporting your favorite creator, I suppose. Alright, here. I don't know, the cows are kind of like really randomly placed, like in the sense that they're pretty far away from everything else. So it's almost like you need to have a whole bunch of equipment set up in this area already. I don't know if there's any fields up here. No, there aren't. The closest field you have is 15 up here. And I suppose you could use that for hay or straw, I suppose, too. But luckily we already have that one field down by the beef cows that is already all good to go for them, so it's all the same stuff anyways, right? They don't, like, the only difference is that we don't the actual number of cows doesn't decrease. Well, I guess in another case it really doesn't. Well, at least that's what we discovered so far. Last time we Last time we sold some cows, I checked to see whether we needed to buy some more cows to replace the ones we sold, but apparently not. So is it on the right hand side? Good. Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. I would have thought the number of cows would have gone down when we sold them, but I don't know if it's because we're selling the calves or the mature cows. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work here, so there we go here. There you go, cows. Enjoy your TMR. Excellent. Look at that. Perfect. So that should bring them up to 100% productivity, I would suspect, at least. Not 100%, but I don't think there's many other things that would really bring it up as high as that would. Because we can't give them any water, well, not with that truck at least, so maybe what I'll have to do is consider changing trailers to something else that might work a bit better, but that definitely doesn't work the way I wanted it to. It's weird though, because it works with the other cow facility, but not with that one, so that's the strange thing that really kind of threw me off. I thought it would have been fine, but I guess not. Oh well. That little trailer there. It'd be cool if they actually had a fire. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It'd be cool if there actually was a little fire there as well, like that was lit, as opposed to just a fire pit with nothing in it, I guess, but oh well. Alright, now that our cows should come up to, we could give them straw as well. Turn that off, I guess. We could give them straw as well, because we do have lots of straw bales that we can use as well. The only thing is that it would be a bit of a trek. So we actually planted this field, eh? Ah yes, this one. So we still haven't fertilized our fields yet, as you can see. So we'll need to do that yet still. And we do have the Joskin trailer for that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm considering exchanging it for something else, because in all honesty, I probably won't use it as a cultivator system anymore. It's just not efficient. Or it's not an efficient use of our liquid slurry, basically. Although we do have two supplies now. We have dairy cows and our beef cows, right? So now I think the way it works is as you increase their productivity, you'll also increase the... Oops, I didn't want to do it this way. I guess it doesn't matter. As you increase their productivity, I believe it increases the amount of liquid manure and manure they produce as well. Now I did download a mod. I don't know if it's working or not. I tried this. It's a mod from ModHoster called multispray, and it's supposed to be in the keyword here. It's supposed to make it so you'll have to spray your fields, or else you'll get weeds in it. It's not exactly the weed mod. I don't know if I'd have to go back and check to see whether I installed it properly, but as of right now, I don't need it to do anything, as you can see. I suppose I could increase time a little bit. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's increase time a couple hours, or speed time forward a couple hours, and see what happens here. Now, is that weeds, or is that just the texture for... That's... I don't know, actually. I think it's the texture for whatever I planted here. Doesn't look like it. Let's go a little bit further. Yes, 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 I don't want corn. That must be the texture for it. Now I'm really curious. Apparently have one cow ready to go now. Oh, apparently they're not up to 100% productivity. Not without the straw, apparently. Let's just increase time to the next day and see what happens here. Oh yeah, that's just the wheat. Now there's supposed to be weeds in here or something, but I think I may have installed it incorrectly. Let's see if we can't get some sun. There we go. Perfect. Still could fertilize them. It's getting a bit late now, but I thought there would be weeds in there or something, but I'll have to double check to see what that mod and see if it's the if I set it up properly or not. For some reason, I don't think I did, just based on that. Oh, canola great demand coming up, and a wheat great demand coming up. This is good. I'm pretty sure we have canolas planted somewhere right here on 21, and then we have wheat here. Excellent. So we can capitalize on those great demands. All right, let's go head back to our beef cows here. We'll see what it is, how things are getting along. Yeah, we'll definitely need to give our cows some straw, or else they won't produce at 100% productivity. With water, they would produce at 110%, but as you can see, it's not happening at the moment, which is slightly annoying. It looks like our other cows need some more water as well. So I guess I'll have to bring back the water truck from there. It's funny, the grass doesn't take long to regrow on this map. It's like within a day. Like I basically fast forwarded time a day there, and it was pretty much good to go. Are those weeds there? Or is that just the way it looks? Just the way it looks. It just looks like weeds. Oh well. Alright, here. Let's go make some... How are all our animals doing for straw? It looks like only our dairy cows actually need some straw. So let's just grab one of these straw bales here. Now, I don't know, but I did upgrade the placeable heaps. So I should be able to put, if I remember right, just about everything into, well, in a placeable heap, basically. I'm not sure, but I did check to see what they could accept, and it seemed like it was pretty much everything. Whoops. Let's go a little bit further. There we go. It's fine. There's a little bit of a... There appears to be like a little bit of a area where I end up hitting the TMR mixer with my tractor, just a little tiny bit, but just enough to knock it. All right, how many bales? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're not too bad for straw bales, but we will need to make some more probably after this. Now let's just give. The funny thing is, I don't know how much straw it's going to need. Like right now, if I go based on how much wheat we already have there in our straw, I should say, in our beef cows, then we might need a little bit of straw for our dairy cows. But we have lots, so if we have extra, it's not a big deal. All right, here we go. Not much visibility. Like I can't move around in the sense that normally, I guess what you probably do in this scenario is kind of like lean forward and see where the actual bale is, I suppose. I don't know. That's my guess, at least. So see how I'm like hitting it? Oh, well, I guess I'm close enough. That should be good. Now the problem is I just thought about making a course play course to drive up there, but this tractor will not work for that because maybe it will actually. I wonder. I have to double check, but I'm not sure about that. So what I'll do is I'll grab the Benz here. That's funny, I never thought I'd say grab a Benz and I meant a tractor. Oh goodness. And we do need to fertilize our fields too, so we will have to do that as well at some point. So, but actually, you know what we'll do? I will not do the straw for now. I'll do that in a second, and I'll drive back to our main farm, and we'll go from there. I think what we're going to do is going to sell the Joskin trailer for something else. Did I pick up any new liquid manure vehicles? I want to say no. Oops. I want to say I didn't, but maybe I did. I don't know what I hit there. Alright, where's the Joskin? Not there, not there. I don't know. I like the idea. Oh, I know where it is. Never mind. We just totally left it right there. Back at field, or back at the beef cows. Let's take a quick little peek to see if I do have any new. I don't think I picked up any new slurry tankers. I have to double check now. I did pick up the 49.95 from American Eagle Modding. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know whether it works properly or not. But that's the other one I have. Did I pick up any new ones? No, it doesn't appear I did. I could use the Zune hammer, I guess. Ah, I thought I did. That's a bit annoying. There are a couple new ones out there, so maybe what I'll do is I'll wait on that just to see how it works out, because I don't want to. I guess no, we don't have enough liquid manure either, or don't have solid manure either. We could use just the Keverland, I suppose, instead. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do this time around. Just because we have it here already, rather than traipsing all over high heaven is the expression. That's what we'll do. We'll use the Keverland right here. We'll fill it up here, and then we'll do. We'll just jump through. And the nice thing about this is I don't know if we have. I don't know. Let me just check. I don't think any of our tractors can have not row crop, but care wheels on them. I don't think. I'm just going to check real quick. Just because, you know, the crops are grown already at this point, and we want to try and do as little damage as possible. So, maybe if I check down here, it's twins. The crawler's on sale. So we have this one. Does it come with? No, just duals. I thought it may have come with care wheels. Guess not. Oh well. Guess we'll have to deal with it. 7930. I don't even know where I picked that up. So many random tractors. No, I don't think any of them I have. Alright, anyways, let's go fertilize. Where is the... It's funny, I'm starting to know a little bit where some things are, but still, when it comes to like some things I don't use very often, like this thing over here, I can remember where it is, but you think I would know exactly where it is after this many episodes, but I don't know. Just doesn't click for whatever reason. Apparently we have 3 beef cows ready too. That's awesome. Oh, that wasn't too expensive. Now the hard part is I'm not going to be able to see where I've fertilized because I've let this got to this point. Which is not good. Let me... Actually, maybe that's what I'll try. I can't see. So, reset course. So this is what calculating the field width would be like. So that's the new version of Courseplay that does that. And you can actually, it'll actually determine how wide it actually is, which is kind of cool. So 25 meters, and let's say we do not 6 headlands, but maybe 2 headlands. I'm just kind of curious, actually. What new field number is this? 3. So what you need to do sometimes is you need to set this up, so set it as overwrite fields edge for 3, and then now it's ready to go. So we need to use 3, like so. And we will do 2 headlands first, and that should be good. And let's just see where it goes. But this is the advantage of having Courseplay, I suppose. But I've never tried it like this, but I'm curious. I'm just curious to see how it's going to work. Wow. And it helps if you are in the right mode as well. There we go. Actually, let me just line it up. One of the really nice features that I discovered is how it shows where you start. So it shows where you start, and then it also shows the direction you go in, which is really nice. So see how it's just showing the direction? I thought that was a really cool little feature. And we could probably go a little bit faster than this. Mouse scroll wheel feature is awesome as well. Really like that. Now what's supposed to happen is with that multi-spray mod is you actually have to spray. And you could do it a couple different ways apparently, according to what the website was saying. You could spray using a spray of some sort, and basically it's considered fertilizer, I suppose, when you spray it on. But if you don't use it, then what happens is you will have weeds, and you can mechanically deal with the weeds as well. So if you didn't want to do it, with spray, you could do it mechanically. So that means you need to till the land, which I thought was pretty interesting actually. That's pretty cool actually. Look at that. Now it's going to do a second headland, which is going to be the whole field basically. Alright, it's stopped it. I don't know where it's going. Let's just show the waypoints, start and end. So this is how it's going to go now, just to give you an idea. So it'll actually show all the lines. And this is one of the other new features they added. Is he going to run into something? No. It's going to be awfully close. But that shows you the direction it goes in too. If I get close enough, see how it shows the direction of the arrows? I really like that feature as well. So if you're not sure which direction to head in, then it does that. I don't need to do this anymore because it's quite obvious where I haven't done it now. Apparently I only need to do that one little bit, and then if I do a strip down the middle, it should be good. If I miss some, I miss some. I'm not that worried about it. But it doesn't appear that we're going to miss much, so this is good. Excellent. Alright, let's go to the next field. So where are we? Field 3. So we can actually use Courseplay to get to our next field. Where are we? HQ to... doesn't make a difference. 13, I guess. Yeah, so like so far I'm really impressed with the new features they've added in Courseplay. They've done some really good things in terms of just adding some functionality, especially with like these smaller maps. Like I'm playing this map right here. Like being able to do what I just did there is really cool. So it does that little headland, and then of course with the width of this particular implement doesn't make a difference, but being able to calculate the field edge like automatically like that is fantastic. I really like that feature. Really impressed with that. So, and I do like this fertilizer spreader. I think it's really cool. But I'm really curious to see what happens with the whole weed mod, well, the whole multi-sprayer mod thing I picked out. I'm curious as to whether it's actually going to make a difference or if I didn't install it right. I really want to see whether you have to go out there and do it. And apparently it does affect your yield to a certain extent, as far as I can remember. So it is going to bring, if it works properly, a level of realism to the game, which I'm looking forward to checking out. And I think what I'll do is there's another mod I encountered a while ago and it's never installed. It was a real, I don't know what you call it, a real, how do I say it? It was a real amount of, how do I say it? Or manure, I guess, and how much feed they actually use. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's leave it to 1, generate course, first point. So what it does is it generates the same amount of manure you would get in real life, or as close to it as possible. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see how they do that. Start and end. Oh, there we go. So apparently it would generate the appropriate amount of liquid manure and fertilizer based on how much or number of cows. So it did change. It supposedly changes it. I don't know how much, but I don't know how much it messes with your game either, because sometimes those types of things do not work well. What did I set it to? North? Oh, thank goodness. But yeah, look at that. Courseplay, like, they know exactly where the edges were. Like, it's pretty impressive. Like, I missed this little corner here, but considering that was automatically determined what the outline of this field was, that's pretty impressive, I have to admit. It does miss a little bit, so you're better off, like if you really want to be precise, you're best off doing it yourself, as per normal, but that does a pretty good job, as you can see, so. If I were to have done it myself, I'm sure I would have wasted more than this, but Courseplay is doing a pretty decent job. And the one little bit down the middle, nice, look at that. Then she's done. That's amazing. I can't believe they were able to program that. Like, the fact that they're able to get that to work, like, just the way it is, it's just, it amazes me. Alright. We need to go from 13 to 21 now. See? I love that little feature there. Let's just go to the nearest. And it does, wow. Because before, if you were right there, it would pick up the first point. Not the point that's ahead of you, the point that's behind you. So do like a little wheelie, but it seems like it knows where it's supposed to go now, which is really cool. Or it does a bit better. So there's like lots of little things that they added, it looks like. Little things that really add up in the long run. Things that make your life easier, I guess. So if you like using a Courseplay, I definitely suggest checking out the developer version, but be aware it is a developer version, so it's possible you run into bugs. So keep that in mind. Alright. I thought I was going to go run to that truck. I was like, oh, really? Come on. Do got 3 cows that are ready to be taken to the market now. Now, I don't know, again, if I go into my shop here, will it show that I have 203 cows? No. See, that number hasn't changed, so I guess I don't know what that affects at all. So it is a bit strange that it does it like that, I suppose, but whatever. It seems to be okay. Don't have any problems with it, I guess, so this is good. Someone actually was saying in the comments that at the BGA, the place where you can drop off silage to sell is actually a bit off to the left, and I wasn't quite far enough to the left apparently, so I will have to keep that in mind for next time if I decide to do any kind of silage at the BGA again. So alright, let's just take over here. Now the question is 30% going to be enough on this? So let's just reset the course, calculate this. I love how you can just do what I just did and just hop into a field and go boom. Alright, so we're gonna get it to do hop into fertilizer and seeding mode, and we'll make it so it goes east. And should we do 2 headlands? Sure, why not? And what am I missing here? Oh, that's probably the reason why we need to set the course. There we go. And where's the first point? Right there. Yeah, that really makes it stand out a lot better, because before what would happen is you couldn't actually find this point that easily all the time, and it made it a bit more difficult. So by having it set up just like that, it does make our lives a lot easier. So this is the double headland I have it set up to do. So one of the nice little features, so if you're on a field like this where you may not have as much room to play around, you can do 2 headlands, and that will decrease the chances of running into a tree. So, and you can do up to 6, which is crazy. With a big machine, with a big width on this machine like this, it doesn't make a big difference. But if you were to use, let's say, a 3-meter plow or something, or a 3-meter seeder, then undoubtedly that would be a huge, well, it'd be like to where I am right now, I guess. That would be 6 passes as opposed to just to the 1. But before you could only do the 1 headland, so this does make it a lot easier to deal with types of fields like these. Excellent. But we are going to run out of fertilizer here, that's for sure. Look at that. Like, that's just impressive. The fact that it could calculate that so easily and just like, oh yeah, this is the edge of the field. That's crazy. I don't know. Props to the guys who were able to program this. Like, I don't know enough about programming. to know how to do any of this kind of stuff, but the fact that they got it to work. So one of the cool things is that it's just stops now. Before, what happened, it would drive the rest of the course and then it's empty. But here now it gives you the indication to say, hey, this tool needs to be refilled first, which I think is really neat. Anyways, I don't know why I just saved the game, but yeah, apparently I didn't want him to save the game. Alright, what I'll do is I'll fertilize that field off camera, and I will give the cows the rest of the straw. And the next episode we'll come back and we'll see what we have to do. Alright, that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, coming at you from Iron Horse. Catch you guys later.